Well, it is time for Focus 50 Plus, and Dr. George Schofield is
Good morning.
here. Good morning. And this morning we're talking about loss, sort of
Loss
and
and
age.
manageable losses,
Yes.
yeah. And I'm not talking about big losses necessarily, like you lose a spouse,
Right.
or even a pet that's been with you for 30 years or 20
Right.
years. That's a long time. I'm talking about the losses that happen mostly around role, R-O-L-E.
Okay. So when you're talking about role, do you mean men and women? And so we're
Well, let's talk about men today, and then we'll
Okay.
talk about women next week.
okay.
It's important to understand that a long time ago, and maybe not so long ago, women primarily stayed home and raised children. That was the post-war model. So they had a lot of common experiences, and they were more different than men who went off to be the breadwinner.
Right.
You might have noticed that's not so true anymore. So what I want to make sure that we talk about men this morning, and we'll talk about women next week, is the losses that I'm hearing about as I work with people professionally, or people come up to me on the street to start conversations, which, because I'm on show with you, happens all the time.
So what are the losses, and I guess how you make them manageable?
So let's talk about what kind of losses happen to men as they age.
Okay.
The first of which is we may look forward to retirement, but working gave us structure. It gave us community.
Yeah.
It gave us sort of the prowess of bringing home money, if you will. It gave us certain stature. And while we may want to retire, and we may want to coast for a while, ultimately the loss of those things means we're going to have to rediscover ourselves and craft what we need.
So how do we sort of, what do we do about it? What do men do about that?
So my recommendation to men is this: go start taking some classes, okay? Begin to grow your social networks and who you see, get into a discussion group. But if you're going to take classes, it's important to understand up front, what kind of learning are you trying to accomplish? Are you trying actually to broaden your horizons and just understand more about the history of the Broadway theater, or about the classics of aging, if you will? Are you trying to actually challenge how you think and how you behave as you move into something? It may be the same class, but it's a different goal.
Right.
Or, on the other hand, are you actually trying to find a series of roles for yourself that you will enjoy as you go along? So what I want people to understand is that there are losses that come with aging and retirement, which look small and we don't necessarily see them. They can be manageable because we go out and we make the effort to take classes or get engaged with other people, pay attention to our learning and what we're trying to accomplish.
Okay, great. And once again, great advice. And next weekend we're going to flip it. And
Yeah, we're going to
look at
flip.
women.
That's right. We'll talk about women next week.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Kathy.
All right, we're back right after this.